Okay. Uh, Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. My name's Lee Honish. I am joined by Andrew Labouche and Miguel Antonio Barragan. How are you, Andrew?
Yeah, very good, Lee.
Excellent. How are you, Miguel?
I'm good, man. Just shaking out the sleep, Sunday morning. That's what I do.
I'm sure you woke up 5 minutes ago. It's the way
Yes.
it always is.
That's just the way it is, yes.
It's just the way it is. I digress. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Well, you guys all wet yourself this week believing that this fight was finalized, which, by the way, one day ago, Oscar De La Hoya point blank said, we bent over backwards. We need a signature. So let's go back to a week ago when this was all finalized and everybody's posting on social media and Mike Coppinger is literally splooging. And I believe he might have even been the original source to break the story again. And jump ahead to one day ago. We need a signature. We still don't. Listen, bro, we need a signature. Mario, tell them. They still desperately, they don't have this. They don't have, it's going to be one of those super fights you don't want to miss. Super excited, man. Look, Golden Boy, myself, like literally, oh God, I love it when he talks. Super excited, man, period. Look, comma, Golden Boy, comma, myself, comma, like, comma, literally, comma. Wow. I'm embarrassed. Who wrote this? Sean Nam. Sean, I don't usually crap on Sean that much. Super excited, comma, man, period. Look, comma, Golden Boy, comma, myself, comma. That's a lot of people here. Golden Boy, myself, like, literally. Why are there commas? I want to bring the best fights to you, comma. That's it. Really? Who do you have left? That's what we do best. No, you don't. Basically, period. Ryan wanted this fight, period. Tank wants this fight, comma. So we've come to terms. We bent over backwards, making everything happen, making sure everybody's happy. All we need to do is sign on the dotted line. All right, Andrew, do I need to even go any further? There's no fight.
No, you don't. You know, when you brought this article up, I immediately thought of Al Heyman and how you guys always say he loves going off of Dana White in the UFC. And now this is starting to sound like let's use the Ryan Garcia name to get our fight in. What is he fighting the undefeated Garcia kid like in January, December, something like that?
Yeah. Right.
To get, because then everyone paid attention to that fight when they announced it the next day, right? So yeah, I hope that's not what happened here. I'm going to be very upset. I might never trust the PBC again if that's all they were doing here, you guys.
Let's go one step further. We're close. We're close. You know what, Andrew? I'm going to challenge Tyson Fury. You know what? We're close.
Yeah,
we're close. What the? It's like, I hope. You know what? Every fighters camp does this. We're close. We're hoping. We've got a contract. It's out there in the wind. We've done everything. We've been over backwards. This is no different than Crawford and Spence, for God's sakes. Where do you stand on this, Miguel? Do you think this fight's actually happening? Because Oscar bent over backwards, like literally. Golden Boy, myself, like literally.
Yeah, literally. No,
literally.
It's geez. I mean, I'm gonna take the bait. I'm a fight fan, of course. I'm gonna take the bait, and if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be like, God damn it, they got me again, But it's just like, it's one of those things where you
both of you really are abused wives, and no disrespect to anybody who's in an abusive relationship, but boxing fans are abused.
No,
we fall for this shit. We fall for this shit all the time, Andrew.
Wait a minute, though, Miguel. We've only fallen for this for one man, and that's fucking Al Heyman. Al Heyman did this with Mayweather, Pacquiao.
Okay.
He did this with Spence going against Crawford, and now he's doing it with Gervonta and Ryan. It's Al fucking Heyman, you guys. His fighters have given in to give me all the jewels, give me all the cars, and I'll do whatever you say. They are all his bitch, right? They are all, I think Ice-T was talking about how the music industry, the guys that put out the music are pimps, all the rappers are their hoes. You can apply that same fucking thing to the PBC. These guys have totally given in. Are you going to get me a tattoo? Yeah, I'll get you a tattoo. You want a tattoo? How much is that tattoo? 20 grand? Give them that fucking tattoo. You want that necklace? Give them that necklace. They bought in, man. They got everything to go on their little Instagram and take their photos and act all hard. But when it really comes down to fighting the guys that could potentially beat them or give the fans the best fights, because you know it's the best fighting the best, the fighters want nothing to do with it. I know it for a fact. Those guys have all bought into just give me a car, a tattoo, and a diamond necklace, and I'm good. That's all they want. Hang out with rappers, hang out at the strip clubs, throw dollar bills, like they're hella rich, dollar bills. We're good, Al. Put me in with that PBC stablemate. I'll fight him. We're good.
By the way, based on your math, that would just mean that PBC fans are the bitches of the boxing world. You just shut up and you just pimp hand them every time they want the big fight.
Yeah.
And make them pay pay-per-view for an Otto Walla and Deontay Wilder fight type situation. I mean,
for years,
if you're a PBC fan, you are literally the stupidest human on the planet. I got to be honest.
Yep.
You have to be at this point. Like, we just came off of back-to-back pay-per-views that were atrocious for Showtime and PBC and that entire group, right? And now you're telling me that, do I believe Oscar? No, he could be on a bender. Who knows? He could be drunk.
I could have done days.
He could have been fucked up when he thought he did all this shit, right? Like, that's a very real thing in the Oscar universe. He could just be talking shit. That's a very Oscar thing to do, too. I'm surprised he didn't get a Canelo thing in here. He did get some media time. Miguel, am I crazy for thinking that this PBC? I'm with Andrew when he said it. Once he included Floyd, PBC people are the dumbest people. Ooh, God, what a great title for a show. PBC are the dumbest fight fans ever if they support it. I'm gonna be honest. And if you're a PBC fan and you hate me, you should hate yourself. You're the ones paying for that stupid pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You're the one who thinks that Al is bringing you talent. I mean, I could jump ahead to Keith Thurman right now, where he delusionally believes he's worth $10 million. To fight Jaron Enith. You got to be joking. Keith Thurman, $10 million?
I'm starting to think. I mean, I don't know if I'd call them PBC fans, but I'd call them fans of the fighters themselves. That's what it seems like. It's Deontay Wilder and his fans. You know, I mean, you can call them PBC fans, right? Because I mean, technically they kind of are. But like, it's almost like fans of the fighters themselves are the ones that are dumb as shit. Like Spence fans and fucking Danny Garcia fans and Deontay Wilder fans. It's those guys, those like that core of, I won't say come hardcore, but that core of fans. It's those guys that are ignorant as shit. Like those motherfuckers.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's a PBC thing overall, because I doubt they fucking ordered Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. I don't think they ordered that shit.
Watching boxing is what it is.
And
their comment's going to be, but you guys had Don King. He screwed everybody and blah 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 blah. No, Don King made the fights.
It is.
Don would snap at a certain point and go, "All right, you're fighting for $1 million." Like that's just what it is.
If you like, it's like the kids that rap these days. Like kids see the fucking dudes rapping and like, oh shit, this guy's fucking badass. He's got the cars, the jewels, and he's rapping. And then we hear him and it's like mumble rapping. Like, what the fuck is this? This ain't shit. Like compared to how it used to be, right? It's almost like that. Like this is the in thing for these young kids. Like, oh yeah, Errol Spence and fucking these guys, Deontay Wilder with his big ass fucking costumes. It's like that's their version of it. We're like, what the fuck? It makes us sound old, I know, like, oh, back in my day, but it really was better back then. That's just how it is. But yeah, it's literally like that. It's like the kids who love rap now that rap is garbage. That's literally what the fuck BBC has become now. Is these young cats seeing the Spences and seeing Danny Garcia's with the chains, like, damn, yeah, these guys are former champions. Yeah, these guys are cool. I'm a boxing fan. Like, no, motherfucker, you're not really. Come on. But anyway, back to Keith Thurman and his dumbass $10 million price.
$10 million.
Wow.
He's outpricing himself because he knows he's a stepping stone if he takes that fight. Listen, this guy was talking about fighting the number one fighter in the welterweight 2 weeks ago. Okay, he was talking about Spence.
He was thinking about it. He offered himself.
No,
wait, if I remember the history, he was approached. Then he was thinking about it. Then he realized he'd be the best opponent. I think there were like 4 weeks of crazy crap out of his camp, or Al,
And
however that works.
This is a prospect, Lee. This isn't a champ. This is a prospect. This is Keith Thurman telling Al Heyman to go fuck off. You want me to fight your prospect? Give me $10 million. That's all he's doing there.
I don't blame him. He's going to need a retirement check here, and whatever he gets is all that he gets, and probably spent money just like the rest of the PBC crowd. And yes, I'll say it again in case if you're still fuming out about the last section and you listen to the show. Yes, if you're a PBC fan, you have the boxing IQ of a houseplant.
You're looking at potentially the next signing of the BLK movement. You're looking at Thurman now is setting his sights probably on Terrence Crawford if he doesn't get Spence. You look for him to leave PBC.
And
Is it
supposedly
wrong?
he's like the mandatory, isn't he? Like he's supposed to be the mandatory for like the WBC or something like that. So that's one of the reasons why he was talking about Spence, previously. But I think he either he got word, he caught whiff that obviously it's not going to happen, because here's the thing, I don't see why they wouldn't put him against Spence anyway. Like, we know that Spence is the dude. We know that chances are that they're going to want Spence to win to keep this fucking potential either carrot on the stick fight with Crawford down the line. So I don't see why they would do that. They wouldn't just give Keith Thurman the fight. I mean, considering he's that, but I suspect that Keith kind of like caught wind that the WBC was gonna be like, no, you're the mandatory, but I mean, we're not actually gonna give you the fight. We're gonna fuck you over like we did, Dillian White here. So he's like, okay, well, who's next then? Or Ennis? Okay, well then give me Enos. Give me $10 million then. I'll go take $1 million for that guy.
Unbelievable.
That is true because the WBC just had a conference where they were putting out what's it called, mandatories. And you're right, I did not hear a mandatory for the welterweight division.
Yeah, wow. Give Andrew a second. There it is.
What?
Now it's subsided. There was static there for a split second. It's okay. Is it wrong that I want to get a Mr. Potato Head and make it this week's episode and call PBC fans potato heads? PBC. I got to figure out what the letters actually equate to. Potato head, boxing, something for C. It's there. I feel it. Although I do like Dead Zone a lot. I do a lot. I got to be honest. I do a lot.
It is. Zone is getting.
What's worse,
almost
PBC
right.
or the Dead Zone, Andrew? What's worse in your mind?
I'm gonna say the Zone right now because they're the ones that kind of put a ripple in this whole boxing world when they brought that $1 billion and kind of took it from HBO. So I'm gonna say it's Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn fucked up one of the biggest checks a person could get to establish a sport on a platform, on a network. He thought only about himself when he did the AJ signing, and then the Canelo. He really didn't do his homework with Saul Alvarez, or he would have seen Alvarez was never a crossover star when they signed him. And give credit to Oscar De La Hoya, but he was not the number one guy when they gave him the biggest contract in sports world history. All of that has backfired on DAZN, and you got to throw that literally. Oh, and then the Golovkin fiasco, $20 million for fucking Gennady Golovkin, a fight. This guy was not a superstar. This guy was not pushing no numbers without Canelo being attached to him. It's just, yeah, I gotta say, I'm ready to cancel DAZN. After last night, I'm looking at their schedule. Dillian White, give a fuck about him. And AJ, give a fuck about him. Your whole fucking Estrada fighting Chocolito 7 damn times and Chocolito fighting the other guy 7 times. I'm tired of all those fights too. How many times are they gonna keep replaying these? So I'm almost ready. If DAZN goes to straight pay-per-view, why do I need to subscribe to their shit? I don't watch anything else on DAZN but boxing. Nothing.
Well,